3 years on the force. Most of your job is just speeding tickets. It's 2 a.m. Another routine traffic stop. A car flies past the speed limit. And honestly, you've done this over 500 times before. You're exhausted. The only thing on your mind is what you're going to eat after your shift ends. You walk up to the driver's window, knock twice. The window rolls down. A man in his 30s, sweating, nervous, both hands locked tightly on the steering wheel, shaking uncontrollably. You ask for his license, but instead of looking at you, he keeps glancing at the passenger seat beside him. Something feels wrong. There's an open bag. You can't fully see inside it, but your instincts start screaming at you. You're not panicking yet, but now your hand is hovering near your weapon. Then suddenly, his hand moves toward his waist. You react instantly, but he's faster. This is the true story of an American police officer who survived a gunshot to the head and later described exactly what it felt like. And according to medical research, his experience matches reality almost perfectly. A 9mm bullet weighs around 7.5 grams. It can travel over 820 miles per hour. That's faster than the speed of sound, meaning the bullet reaches you before you even hear the gunshot. The moment it strikes the skull, the bone fractures outward like a spider web. Fragments of your own skull become deadly shrapnel inside your brain. But the bullet itself isn't the only problem. A gunshot creates something called a temporary cavity. Your brain violently expands inside your skull before collapsing back into place. And your brain is basically soft jelly, almost 72% water. So the bullet tears through nerves, blood vessels, everything in its path. The location changes everything. If the bullet hits the brainstem, that's it. Breathing, heartbeat, consciousness, gone instantly. But in your case, you got lucky. The bullet entered above your left eye, passed through the frontal lobe, and exited the back of your skull, missing the brainstem by roughly 2 inches. So no, you don't die immediately. Not yet. Now let's slow it down, second by second. Exactly what happens next? 0 milliseconds. The bullet enters your skull while you're still reaching for your gun. Clean entry, violent exit. The hole in the back of your head is nearly the size of a golf ball. 0 to 100 milliseconds. Your legs stop working completely. You collapse onto the pavement. Blood pours from both sides of your head, but your heart is still beating. 1 to 5 seconds. This is the terrifying part. You're still partially conscious. Your eyes are open, but your vision is failing. Colors blur together. Sounds become muffled and distant. You want to move, but your body no longer obeys you. The connection between thought and action has been severed. Even breathing feels broken. You gasp, pause, gasp again. Not real breathing anymore. Just the brain making its final desperate attempts to survive. Meanwhile, the man who shot you is already gone. Now you're alone on the highway. Police lights flashing in the darkness at 2 in the morning. 5 to 15 seconds. Your brain slowly begins shutting down. Thousands of cells die every second. Your entire body starts twitching violently. Not by choice, just random electrical signals firing before the end. 15 to 25 seconds. Your heart becomes unstable. There's no longer enough oxygen reaching the brain. One final breath. Then, nothing. The heart stops. Total survival time, roughly 23 seconds. But what does it actually feel like? According to survivors, it's not really pain. Not at first. And strangely, it's not pure fear either. It feels more like confusion, like your brain suddenly crashes, like a computer freezing while trying to process too much at once. You know something catastrophic just happened, but you can't fully understand it. Trying to think becomes impossible, like trying to remember a dream seconds after waking up and feeling it disappear while you reach for it. People who survived gunshots to the head often describe the exact same sensation, a violent impact, then fading. Not like falling asleep. There's no smooth transition. You exist, and then suddenly you don't. Now here's a quick comparison between different weapons. A 9mm handgun. If the brainstem isn't hit and medical help arrives fast enough, survival chances range between 15 to 20%. A .45 ACP, slower bullet, heavier impact, far more tissue damage. Survival rates drop closer to 10%. An AR-15 rifle, nearly 3 times faster than a handgun round. It doesn't just punch a hole through tissue, it destroys everything around it. Survival rate less than 2%. In a shotgun at close range, you're basically done. Recent studies in the United States show that around 50 to 60 police officers are killed in ambush shootings every year. And that's the real horror of situations like this. There's no reliable way to identify danger beforehand. The person who kills you looks exactly like the last 50 drivers you stopped earlier that day. And in the end, there's no big lesson. No, you should have done this differently. You followed procedure. You stayed alert. And it still happened. That's the terrifying part. A gunshot to the head is fast, chaotic, and far less rare than most people think. The good news? You probably won't suffer for long. The bad news? There's no goodbye, no final speech, no dramatic last words, just confusion, then nothing. If someone ever asks what it feels like, you tell them it's like a Windows computer freezing forever at 99% during an update. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below. I'll be uploading more videos very soon, so stay tuned and see you in the next one.